All right. Welcome back to the healing. In the last video, we were introduced to a couple new characters, Detective Helmut Strasser and Thomas, who is a journalist. He works in media. He's some type of media person. and here's Thomas for you. There he is. He's a good looking guy. Maybe a little some future ex-husband. That's a future ex-husband material right there. And then we also have Detective Helmut Strasser right there for you. Detective Helmut Strasser was also in the previous game called The Sign, which we also made mention of right there at the very bottom, which led to us going into the authors for the episode 4 version, or episode 4 the authors kind of side quest. Breaking the fourth wall with the authors, where Tim talked with us a little bit about how he writes the game. All very cool stuff. However, afterwards, we got a message from Dr. Crow. And we haven't opened the message yet, but in the little sneak peek here, you see it says, "It is time to execute the sentence." But what sentence is that? I mean, he already executed Valentine's sentence. Is he talking about Bernd now? But he didn't say he was going to execute Bernd. He didn't say that Bernd was incurable like Valentine. Or is he just showing us the video of said execution? I don't know. And there's only one way we can find out, and that's jumping right back into it. With tongue-tied, our last guest is now present. Oh, so they were just waiting for me the whole time. Respect. I didn't know Dr. Crow had a sense of humor. I don't know how it was possible for you to ban me from your chats, but that won't happen, or that won't help you either. You will have to face your illness. Don't worry how I banned you, Dr. Crow. It's really none of your business. You will pay for what you did to Valentine. We're about to take you down. Where's Bernd? What have you done to him? Look, you got to pay for what you did to Valentine. It was terrible. Valentine broke the first rule and thus proved incurable. Well, what's the first rule? Was the first rule going to the police, and that's what Valentine broke? Well, if that's the case, then so did Bernd, because Bernd was with him, wasn't he? My servant J.K. Knight was therefore allowed to have a little fun with him. Joyce, you dirty bastard. You bastard, you killed Kenny. Go to hell, Crow. Tell us what the hell is going on with Bernd. Bernd was added to the group. Now, we don't know if this is really Bernd. Crow did this once with Clara, which tricked Shadow. So we got to be careful. We don't know if this is actually Bernd or not. So what do we ask? Bernd, is that really you? Do we ask, oh God, Bernd, are you okay? Can you tell us where you are? I just don't know how we go about Crow could be acting as Bernd. That's what he did the same thing with Clara. He acted as Clara and tricked Shadow, and you saw what happened to Shadow. But let's ask, like, Bernd, is that really you? Which we can't trust whether Bernd says yes or no. We just can't trust it. What's this about? Valentine. Oh God, Dr. Crow. He and J.K. Knight, they killed him. Bernd, slow down. You have to tell us where you are. I don't know. I can't move. So he's being restrained, maybe. They tied me to a stretcher. Okay, so he is being restrained, and Bernd doesn't like hospitals. We remember that. But I woke up with the cell phone in my hand, and the restraints give me enough leeway to operate it. Apparently, Dr. Crow wants us to communicate. Please describe what you see. I'm in an old building. Oh God, no, please. This looks like, oh my God, it's an old operating room. Yeah, we know Bernd doesn't do well with with hospitals and operate. He got that voodoo type doll with the Y incision, and you know he doesn't like that. No, no, no. What kind of liquid is this? What kind of liquid? What do you see, Bernd? Oh, here's a picture of it. This is the end is near. Is this what Bernd is seeing? Looks like another bed right there, but a bunch of ceiling tiles falling. And what liquid are you talking about? Bernd, what's the last thing? What kind of liquid are you talking about, Bernd? Because that's got me curious. Bernd, please say something. We need more info to be able to save you. Dr. Crow. It makes me wonder if Dr. Crow is in there with him, maybe, because all of a sudden Bernd stopped talking and now Dr. Crow is calling us. Let's listen to what this crazy guy has to say.
Welcome, Bernd. The IV bag on your arm allows an elixir to run into your bloodstream. After a few minutes, this elixir will fully anesthetize you and then induce cardiac arrest. While facing your greatest fear, you must helplessly rely on your friends. Every drop brings Bernd closer to death.
It's dropping quick. It's dripping fast. That's not good. I don't understand how this helps somebody overcome their fear. You're not giving Bernd, or even Lucy in that case, the means of surviving on their own. You're not giving them the means of overcoming their fears to then survive. You're essentially making them helpless and making their, quote unquote friends, which, I mean, yeah, we're all in this together. I guess we're all friends now, but we were all strangers shortly before this. So you're giving them the, you're making them helpless and relying on their friends to save them. How does that help them overcome any type of fear? What is this elixir? We'll do anything you ask. Stop playing these sick games already. What's the elixir? And how are we supposed to save Bernd? I mean, it's not like we can get there in time. He said within minutes he's going to be going through cardiac arrest. That's not good. So shit, what does this matter now? What does it matter now? That's insane. Oh God, please let me go. It's out of my hands from now on. If you solve the following task, that should be easy for us to do. Bernd's electronic shackles will come off. However, if you answer incorrectly, his contaminated heart will stop beating.
Bernd stage 1 of healing. Gambit is starting now.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but okay. It didn't scare. I didn't jump. I might not have made a noise, but I definitely didn't jump. Oh, it's a chessboard, which we know Bernd loves chess. I have a basic knowledge of chess, so this shouldn't be too hard, right? On which square stands the king? Oh, I don't know that. I don't. Oh, there are the numbers and letters. Which square does the king stand? It would be D4, it looks like. Looks like D4. I don't want to get it wrong, but I think it's definitely D4. You bastard. Should have no clue at all. A stupid chess challenge is supposed to decide Bernd's fate. Anyone got it? I have the idea. I figured it out. They don't give me the option. I do. I definitely have a clue, and I don't want to ask anyone else if they have an idea because I already know it. Should I just call him a bastard? Like, any chance I can call Crow a bastard? Should I just take it? A stupid chess challenge is supposed to decide Bern's life. Is a question to get Crow talking. However, time is of the essence, and as I'm sitting here talking about what we should respond with, of course we're losing time. So let's just go with the stupid chat. Even though I would like to call Crow a bastard any chance I got, let's stick with the chess. Stupid chess challenge. Crow, you miserable asshole. I can always count on Julius to call him a name whenever I don't, so that's okay. Tongue-tied Julius, that's no use now. Bernd, it should be easy for a chess professional like you. I can't, this drip, please help me. I can't take it. I already know what it is, D4. Focus, Bernd, please, we can't do it without you. You're right. I have to catch my breath now. Wait, what is that? What is what? This task, it makes no sense. The king can theoretically be anywhere on a chessboard. But they're asking where the king is on this particular chessboard. On which square stands the king? The king stands there. Or is that the queen? That might be the queen. Maybe that's not the king. I thought that was the king. That might be the queen. Can we even solve this task? So this is a solution. On which square stands the king? I mean, unless they're talking, is that the king? It's hard to see from the picture if that's the king or the queen, but it's gotta be, right? I mean, you got the bishop, the rook, you got the knight, and then that's the king. Or is that the queen? It kind of looks like the queen. I don't know my chess pieces, apparently. Oh, what did I just... I just accidentally clicked on it. I keep doing that to myself. Bernd, think again, please. So, I went to try to scroll up, and I obviously clicked on something. That's okay. Bernd didn't die. Luckily, Bernd didn't die. So this is a solution. That's apparently not the solution. All right. Wolf says, guys, please switch to this chat. Zoe and I have been following everything with the spy tool. Bernd will do our best to get you out of there, but I wasn't able to locate your phone. Please try to send me your location. It makes me wonder if Crow had infiltrated Bernd's phone in some way, so that way now he can actively see what we're talking about through Bernd's phone. Okay, I will. Failed to send location. That didn't work. That was to be expected, unfortunately. Please try again, Bernd. Wolf, please do something. Do something, Wolf. Is there any way you could figure that out? Fix it? Trying, but I'm afraid Crow manipulated Bernd's cell phone. Guys, we need to focus on this riddle. Bernd, are you sure there is no solution? Yes, the king can stand anywhere during a game. Right, we know that. I feel dizzy. Everything is turning. Bernd, you have to hang in there. Tim, wait, what is Roxy getting ready to say? The chess piece you found in the scarecrow and the number on the USB stick, couldn't they have anything to do with the riddle? Roxy, you're the first smart thing Roxy said all game. That's right, because Tim did find the king, so that is the queen on the chessboard. So, which I kind of thought, after looking at it a little bit closer. Tim has the king, and we listened to the random letters and numbers of JK's knights or Charlie's, rambling on the USB stick. So we got to figure out where the king stands on that board. What makes sense for it to stand there? It can't be a coincidence that both are connected to chess. I don't understand. Which chess piece are you talking about? Which numbers? Tim received his doll, and inside the following audio was hidden.
A10.
A10.
J3.
J3.
Q7.
Q7 doesn't make sense.
D13.
D13 I don't think makes sense.
F5.
F5 maybe.
R9.
R9 doesn't make sense.
X.
And X doesn't make sense.
1.
Okay, so let's look back at the board real quick. We can't. Can we open it up? There we go. Here in the gallery. So he did say F5. Which I don't know if I don't think F5 would be the spot. Anything over 9 or anything past H, I guess, wouldn't make sense. So anything past 9, anything past H. And I know they said F5, and I think he said A. Was it A10 maybe? Let's listen to it one more time, because I don't want Roxy to tell me what the answer is without me figuring it out first.
A10.
Doesn't make sense.
J.
No.
3.
No.
Q.
No.
7. D. 13.
Nope.
F5.
That's the only one that makes sense.
R.
Yeah, it's the only one that makes sense.
9. X. 1.
It's the only one that makes sense is F5. That's it. I have the solution. R9 doesn't make sense. J3 doesn't make sense. F5 is the only one that makes sense. It's the only one that makes sense. I've now listened to the audio file as well. What are you going to say, Bernd? Indeed, this must be the right answer. So Bernd agrees. So if I would have gotten it wrong, maybe Bernd would be like, no, you're wrong. The only number that makes sense is F5. What makes you think so? Only one of these combinations can be found on a chessboard. In fact, the board includes only the rows 1 through 8 and A through H. So Tongue-Tied is right, because I'm a jam genius. Of course I'm right. F5 must be the correct answer. Phenomenal Bernd. What do you mean phenomenal Bernd? Wolf, I came up with the answer. Why I give the credit to Bernd? Bernd tried to give me the credit. He said I was right, but then Wolf's like, phenomenal Bernd, you're a genius. There you are, half sedated in a creepy hospital, and you're still solving the riddle with Tongue-Tied. Solving the riddle with Tongue-Tied? Tongue-Tied solved the riddle with an assistance of Bernd afterward. Let's not waste time and present Crow with the solution. And you're so afraid of hospitals anyway. Bernd is simply unbeatable. Look, I am unbeatable. But let's not waste time. Let's give Crow the answer. That way we can get Bernd out of there safe and sound. But Roxy, I tell you, I did not immediately think of the king chess piece that Tim had. But Roxy, look, Roxy, in this video, Roxy's a jam genius. Like, I gotta say it. I gotta give Roxy props. She's a jam genius. She pointed out the king. She pointed out the USB sticks, well, the numbers and stuff, and the letters. Jam genius, Roxy. I give you credit, Roxy. Hey, Beak Freak. We solved your bullshit riddle. The answer is F5. And now Julius is taking all the credit. Like he's the one that solved it. What are you waiting for? Let Bernd go. Crow. And what happened? What are you waiting for? Let Bernd go. Crow. Hello? Oh my god. Oh, maybe his shackles just came undone. It really worked. The shackles just popped open. I was able to pull that horrible IV tube out of my veins. I bet he's already feeling better. Thank God. It's such a load off my mind. Yes, we showed you, Beak Freak. I'm so relieved. Now get the hell out of there. Well, you're surprised, Crow. Lucy is right, Bernd. You have to get out of there. I'm so happy we did it. I wonder if Crow is surprised. Like, is he surprised that we figured that out so easily and so quickly? Is his riddles too easy for us? I mean, anybody's riddles is probably too easy for me, but I don't know if I want to tell Bernd to get out of there or if I want to egg on Doc. I'm gonna egg on Crow. Like, you're surprised, Crow. You jam riddles easy. Easiest riddle made for babies. The riddle was made for babies, Crow. I don't know what to tell you. He must be tongue-tied. Julius. He must be tongue-tied. You gotta be kidding me. I don't even know how to respond to that. Am I Dr. Crow? Have I been Dr. Crow this whole time? Who's to say? Who's to know? But he must... Dr. Crow must be tongue-tied. That's why he's not... That's why he's not saying anything. Bernd, you okay? I'm still very fuzzy, but I got this. I've got to get out of this damn hospital. I'll be in touch as soon as I'm out. Beautiful. Strangers. Tim.
I'm so happy that Bernd is free too, but guys, think about it. Dr. Crow would never let Bernd go so easily. Just think about what we had to do to free Lucy. I just can't imagine it.
You sent that in the group chat. Sussing Bernd, Tim. That's interesting. That's interesting. Tim would send that in the group chat knowing that Bernd is going to see it. Blatantly sussing Bernd, the fact that, like, we got Bernd out of there so easily. I mean, he's not wrong. He's got a point. He absolutely has a point that we went through hell in a handbag to get Lucy out of there. Like, the riddle to get Lucy out was vastly more difficult than the riddle that we used to get Bernd out. I mean, we were using ingredients. We were using all kinds of, like, numbers and stuff for, like, padlocks or whatever. I mean, he's right. Why was it so much easier to get Bernd out of there? It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know if that makes Tim more sus or if that makes Bernd more sus or a little combination of both, maybe. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Tim, don't always be so pessimistic. You think it's a trap. He must be right. That was way too easy. Look, that was way too easy. So is it a trap? It's a trap. Like, what was that? I just heard something. I thought I just heard something on the actual game, I don't know. Anyways, I think he must be right. It was way too easy. Way too easy. Julius agrees. Tim, sometimes I'd like to punch you. So Tim, very, very accurate, assumption and very true statement. And Julius is like, yep, Tim, sometimes I like to punch you in the face. But in this case, I can understand your skepticism. Hey, it wasn't that easy. Roxy, you figured it out. It was super easy. If Roxy could figure it out, super easy puzzle. Tim first had to bring up the courage to face the scarecrow and then dig in his eyes for clues. Anything could have been inside. And think about it. Then we also had to solve the riddle to get the audio at all. I'm more with Roxy on this one. It definitely wasn't as easy as you make it sound. Besides, let's not forget, it must have been cruel for Bernd with his hospital phobia. Okay, they make good points as well. However, I remember I guess, yeah, there was that math riddle. The math riddle, like, solve, what a syringe plus a skull plus a boot or whatever it was. Whatever it was, solve that, which is what unlocks the USB stick. But I still feel like it was easy. There was no time frame, right? When we figured all that out, we had all the time in the world to figure that out. With Lucy, everything was like bam, bam, bam. You had to figure it out right then and there because Lucy was actively being stung by wasps that she was deathly allergic to. With Bernd, we had a lot of time to figure that out, and it wasn't until we had to figure out the riddle of where the king sits to, like, that was when we were on like a time frame to save Bernd before he died. It wasn't like the entire riddle, the entire puzzles, the whole situation wasn't timed. It was just when we had to figure out the king piece. So I can see it on both sides. I see it on both sides. So I understand Roxy, Zoe, but I also understand Tim's side of it, 100%. Bernd, everything okay? Are you safe? Julius, Tim, what do you suggest? Wolf, what do you think? I'm curious about Wolf. But see, Wolf wasn't there with Lucy. And if Wolf is anything like me, he jam genius, he figures things out and he's like, yeah, it was super easy. A baby could have done it. But I'm curious as to what Wolf thinks about it. To be honest, I also have my doubts. Right. Let's go. Oh, Anna. What's Anna think about it?
Guys, I agree with Tim. To save Lucy, we solved tasks and we rescued her from a room full of wasps. And for Bernd, it's only a quiz.
Right, so Anna's on our side as well. Lucy, Anna's quite right. In my case, it was a bit more intense. Right, and yeah, so Zoe and Roxy are the only ones that are kind of like on the outside of this situation. Like we all think that that Bern's situation was much easier, less tense than Lucy's situation. And Lucy was gonna I'd assume Lucy would be like, yeah, it was way tougher on me. Like she was in a bad position. Anyways, actually, it doesn't matter. The main thing is to get Bernd out of there. Bernd, how's it going? Okay, so what can we do? So how's it going, Bernd? What are you still feeling woozy? Can you get up and walk out of there? Is the doors locked or something? The door won't open. Okay, yeah, so the door's locked. I'm not alone here. That's not good. I hear footsteps beyond the walls. Is it Crow or is it J.K. Knight? And a scratching noise might be J.K. Knight. It might be Charlie. Oh, he's got a video for us. It's interesting. Who knows who else is there? Bernd, stay calm. Can you see any clues in the room? Yikes, what is this? What is what, Bernd? Are you all right? An old monitor suddenly went on in here. Just a moment. An old monitor. Maybe it's not all done yet. Bernd's calling. All right, Bernd. What do you see? Win still pending. As of now, all communication will be interrupted. What do you mean win is still pending? What do you mean win is still... We beat the riddle. It was child's play. It's really not over yet. What does that mean, Bernd? So it's maybe it's not over. Win is still pending. So there's something else to it. But what? What else is there? So it's definitely not over, though. Roxy, I just said that. I can't reach Bernd anymore. That bastard must have activated a jammer. Whatever happens now is all up to him. I guess we can't count on Bernd's expertise anymore. You don't need Bernd's expertise because I figured it out. I'm the genius. Then we got Dr. Crow responding back. The first part of Bernds something. First part of Bernds healing is not yet completed. I don't understand. Now you have to prove yourselves. For Bernd himself, this task would be easy. Do you move around the chessboard as tactically as he does? You have 2 hours to win against my chess computer. If you click on the link, the countdown begins and it can no longer be paused. If you don't play at all or lose, Bernd will die. If you win, Bernd gets his freedom back. No way. I gotta play chess? You guys gotta watch... You guys have to watch me play chess? For 2 hours? I mean... I don't know how long this is gonna take me. I don't want to start it yet. What we're gonna do... You're probably gonna hate me for it. We're going to wait until I'm going to do this in the next video. We're going to play this in the next video. And if it takes me 2 hours to beat this chess match, then so be it. But we have to do everything we can to save Bernd. Maybe I'll do a little bit of polishing up on my chess tonight. All right. I'm not going to open up the link yet. We're going to actually stop here. And before I screw up and start activating a timer... we're gonna hold off. In the next video, we'll go in there and we'll kick this chess computer's ass and save Bernd. But I hope you guys are enjoying the healing as much as I am, and let me know what you think. Do you think that up until this point, I guess, I mean, we don't know how easy it's going to be to save Bernd after playing against this chess computer, but up until this point, did you think that it was way easy to potentially save Bernd compared to, like, say, what we had to go through with Lucy? I thought it was. Most of the characters thought it was, except for Roxy and Zoe. Also, like, let me know what you think about Roxy. Like, that wasn't the first thing that popped in my mind about the chess piece, about the king and how we found the king and then the USB drive and then the numbers and letters. That wasn't the first thing that popped in my mind. Was it the first thing that popped in your mind? Were you as smart as Roxy at this point in time? Like, did you figure that out before Roxy did? I didn't. I was looking at the chessboard and I was like, I don't know where it goes. I think maybe the queen is the king. I have no idea. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you thought when you were given this riddle before Roxy solved it for you. If you like this video, if this video is helping you guys solve these riddles, or if you're just enjoying this playthrough, hit that like button. Leave me a comment down below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and join the Tethered. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.